The time has come to go on the journey beyond your imagination.
Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
Hey everyone, Lucimus Prime here. So it is time for a very special movie review today, where it's going to be a Christmas special for, of course, this wonderful time of year. And it's going to be for what is one of my favourite Christmas films of all time. In my opinion, one of the greatest films ever made. This is also an animated Christmas movie as well, which was primarily made by motion capture. And is also one of my favourite films of all time by the director Robert Zemeckis ever. And this film, of course, is none other than 2004's The Polar Express. So, now, how was this film made? So this is, of course, directed by Robert Zemeckis, and it's based on the book of the same name by Chris Van Allsburg from 1985. So, now, when it comes, of course, to how this film was made, so this film, of course, depicts human characters using live action and motion capture computer animation, and production sequences for this took place from June 2003 to May 2004, and Robert Zemeckis also cast one of his frequent collaborators, Tom Hanks, to play multiple characters in this film, and alongside other collaborators of his taking part in this with him. The film premiered at the Chicago International Film Festival on October 13, 2004, and was then theatrically released by Warner Bros. Pictures in the United States on November 10th. The film received mixed reviews from critics and initially grossed $286 million against a record-breaking $165 to $170 million budget, which was the highest for an animated feature at the time. Then, however, later re-releases of the film helped propel the film's gross to $318.2 million worldwide, and it was later listed in the 2006 Guinness World Records as the first all-digital capture film. When it comes to my reaction to this film then, so when I was a kid, I went and watching lots of Christmas movies when I was really young, and one of them that I decided to watch was this film. And it's mainly because when I was a kid, I was really into trains, of course, mainly because of a certain Blue Tank engine. And I saw this film, and also because Tom Hanks, who I of course love for being Woody in Toy Story, and many other roles too, I watched this film when I was a kid, and when I saw this film, I absolutely loved it. I regard it as one of my favourite Christmas movies of all time, ever, and it's, in my opinion, an absolute masterpiece, and in my opinion, one of Zemeckis' greatest films he's ever done, absolutely. So, now, what is this movie about then? So, on Christmas Eve, wrestling with burgeoning doubts on the ever-present question of a Santa Claus's existence, the skeptical youngster who is called Hero Boy hears the familiar sound of a locomotive which interrupts his already troubled sleep. And then, much to his surprise, a cryptic conductor invites him to board the magnificent Polar Express on an unforgettable and magical adventure all the way up to the frozen landscapes of the vast North Pole, Santa's realm. So, now, what do I think is great about this film then? So, one thing about this film which I think is really amazing is definitely its cast of actors who both do, of course, motion capture work and voice work. So, the main character of this film, as I just said when reading out the film's plot summary, is known as Hero Boy, and he's played in this via both voice and motion capture by, of course, 3 actors. So, when it comes to Tom Hanks playing multiple roles in this film, he actually does motion capture for the Hero Boy in this, and he also does a voice for his adult voice as well in this, whereas his child voice, who of course we hear for the whole film, is voiced by Daryl Sabara. And Hero Boy is definitely my favourite role of Daryl Sabara, absolutely. I think he did a really great job voicing Hero Boy in this film. He made him a very likeable, fun character to watch him as, also a relatable character as well in many cases too. He made him a great character to watch in this, and he great onto this film as well as his character, absolutely. In addition to also as well, another actor who also did motion capture for him was also Josh Hutcherson. He did additional motion capture, which was really cool. And when it comes to Tom Hanks himself, Hero Boy is one of several roles he played in this film because he played a wide variety of roles in this film. So, as well as doing motion capture of Hero Boy and of course his adult voice, he also played Hero Boy's father as well, which was great to see. And my favourite character he played in this film is definitely the conductor of Polar Express. The conductor, in my opinion, was really entertaining and really funny and great to watch in this. Tom Hanks made him so entertaining. And the conductor's probably my second favourite voice was behind Woody in Toy Story. I think he was great in this as the conductor. And he also as well played the Hobo, who appears on the train as like a ghost who Hero Boy interacts with, of course. And he was definitely great to see in this as well, played by Tom Hanks. And he also as well played Santa Claus as well, and also puppets of Ebenezer Scrooge. So these roles that he plays is proof that he really has a fantastic range as an actor, and he can do all different kinds of voices, as well as, of course, his regular voice we all know and love. He can do all different kinds of voices. Tom Hanks is super talented, and this film definitely shows how great he is as an actor. In addition as well, when it comes to other protagonists, there's also Hero Girl, who is played in this via voice and motion capture by Nona Gay. And that's probably my favourite voice for all of hers. I already liked her as Dee in The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions, and I thought she was great in this as Hero Girl, definitely my favourite voice for all of hers. And I've also got to credit as well to the other actresses who play her. For example, when it comes to motion capture, she's also played by Darian O'Driscoll, and also the model for the character is based on a singer called Tanisha, I think she's called. And the singing voice is provided by Megan Moore, or Megan Moore, sorry if I mispronounced it. And I gotta say, she had a really good singing voice for a character. Really good singing voice. I also like the addition as well of Peter Scolari as Billy the Lonely Boy in this, who did a motion capture for him, and with Jimmy Bennett doing a voice for him, and Matthew Hall doing a singing voice, and Hayden McFarlane doing additional motion capture. Yeah, all these actors did a very good job playing the characters, really. It's hard to believe they'll play more one actor because of how good characters they are, really. I also as well liked Eddie Deason as Know-It-All, who is a kid with glasses. He was definitely, in my opinion, really funny in this. And yes, as the name suggests, he's a know-it-all and gets a bit obnoxious and annoying at times, yes. But, in my opinion, it's annoying in a funny way because he was so entertaining in this film, really funny. And Eddie did a great job playing him, with Jimmy Pinkjack doing additional motion capture as well. And sadly as well, this was also the final film for Michael Jetta, may he rest in peace, because he's in this film playing of course, the characters Smokey and Steamer. And sadly, this proved to be his final film because he unfortunately passed away while the film was being made, which really sucks. But he made Smokey seem really entertaining or what he was given, in my opinion. And sadly, because he couldn't complete his scenes because he passed away, he couldn't finish, of course, doing the voices for them. So, they brought in a sound alike to do the additional voice for him to finish off what he couldn't do. And that was Andre Soglioso. And I think he did a really good job voicing them because it's actually hard to believe it wasn't Michael Jetta with his lines, you know, because he sounds pretty close to Michael Jetta, in my opinion. Definitely, in my opinion, a worthy choice to voice his other lines he couldn't finish. But yeah, rest in peace to Michael Jetta. It's a big shame we lost him. Rest in peace to him. And there's other great cast members in this too as well, just to name a few really. I think the whole cast of this film did a really brilliant job. In addition to the great cast as well, I also as well definitely really love this film's animation. And this film is one of the reasons why I really love motion capture as, of course, a studio device to use, really, because I think it's a really groundbreaking filming technique when it comes, of course, to making films and other productions. Because in this film, they did a really brilliant job with it, and because it was motion captured, in my opinion, it felt really realistic, I must say, really, because the way the characters move and interact with each other, it felt so real, in my opinion. It was an animated film, it felt so real, and they did a really great job with that. I think Robert Zemeckis really helped, of course, make it a very groundbreaking feature to be used later on in movie history, really. He really did a brilliant job with it in this. And also, as well, I also love as well the visuals for this film. In my opinion, they're absolutely gorgeous to look at and absolutely stunning for a 2004 film. Like, it's hard to believe this film's 20 years old because, in my opinion, it's visually stunning, just beautiful to look at. And when I was a kid, I thought it was a live action film because how stunning it was. I mean, now I'm older, I can of course tell it's a CGI film, of course, but when I was a kid, I thought it was real, because it looks so real, in my opinion, back then, and to be honest, many of the shots, in my opinion, still look photorealistic, like the shots of the towns, and of course, the landscapes, the trains going through, it just feels so real, in my opinion, and it's also helps that Tom Hanks' conductor character actually does look like him as well, so I guess that's also a reason too, because the characters do look like their actors in some cases. And as well as, of course, the great cast and the visuals and the motion capture, I also, as well, absolutely love the musical score of composer Alan Silvestri. Alan Silvestri is Robert Zemeckis' most frequent collaborator of all time because he's composed the music for pretty much nearly all of his films. And in this film, he gave an absolutely beautiful soundtrack to listen to. It's a soundtrack I never get tired of listening to. Alan, in my opinion, is a fantastic composer, and his music for his film was just incredible. Like, it's just something amazing to listen to, and it gets you really excited for Christmas, of course. I mean, because we watched a film preparation for Christmas this year, and it made me more excited for Christmas, absolutely. Just beautiful music, in my opinion, to listen to, just incredible. And As well as that, I also as well absolutely love the story for this film as well. Now, I've not read the book the film's based on, but from what I've heard about this film, apparently it's really faithful to it. It doesn't take any liberties, which in my opinion is great. So I'm so glad that they took no liberties making the film and they stayed faithful to the book. I really appreciate that. And one day I will read the book and see what that's like as well. I'm definitely very keen to read that book, absolutely. And I also don't think, because the story is so great, it's also well paced too, because the film is 100 minutes in its runtime, and in my opinion, it's really well paced. It doesn't feel boring or rushed, in my opinion. It's just perfectly paced for of course, a family movie, in my opinion. And I think they did a really good job with the pacing, because there's lots of really fun moments in this, like the train movement itself, in my opinion, is great to look at, of course. As a train fan, of course, it was great to see in this. And it kind of feels like a roller coaster ride, this film, really. And it feels like a proper wild ride, I must say, which of course helps, of course, the film being in 3D. And it's definitely really cool, because my Blu-ray for the film actually has a 3D disc, which is pretty cool. So if I ever get a 3D TV, I'll definitely watch something in 3D, and then it'll feel more and more real, absolutely. Because the way this film was incredible, with the cinematography, the visuals, just amazing in my opinion. Like, it was very well designed, and the world building, in my opinion, was fantastic, and with many emotional moments too. Almost also had, like, in the ending scenes, for example. Like, it's just heartwarming, in my opinion. Just how you do a Christmas movie, absolutely. Like, just absolutely fantastic, with also great musical numbers too as well in this, which are unforgettable. Like, and with great songs in this, which are sung so well, Christmas classics. Like, for example, Hot Chocolate, When Christmas Comes Down, and also Believe. Like, so many great songs in this, which I'm never going to forget. Just amazing. And performed by people like Bing Crosby, Perry Como, and the Andrews Sisters. Like, it's definitely, in my opinion, fantastic when it comes to music. Because not only do I have a great score by Alan Silvestri, but also great songs as well, which can't be forgotten at all, because they're so great. And I think what makes the film stand out is always how characters don't have names. They're just referred to, of course, as hero boy, hero girl, conductor, etc. And in my opinion, that makes it really unique in a great way, really. It makes a difference to other films. And I think you did a really great job executing that, I must say, really. So I definitely really love that. And it's definitely, in my opinion, great to see. So it's just a beautiful ride, I must say, really. A ride that is never going to be forgotten whatsoever. So I absolutely adore the Polar Express, guys. In my opinion, one of the greatest films of all time. One of the best films. And definitely one of the best Christmas movies of all time, absolutely. And many of my friends also got it as a favourite Christmas movie of all time. For example, one of my very good friends, Twilight Sparrow, this is his favourite Christmas movie. And I can definitely see why, because in my opinion, it's an absolute masterpiece. But yeah, it's definitely a fan favourite from many people, and I can definitely see why, because it's one of my favourite Christmas films of all time, absolutely. So guys, this is me, Costa, doing my review of 2004's Polar Express. So if I was to give this film a score out of 10, well, because it's my opinion one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, I'll definitely give it, for me, a full-blown 10 out of 10, because I absolutely love it. In my opinion, one of Robert's best movies ever, one of the best Christmas films of all time. So guys, this is me of course, doing my Christmas special review for 2004's The Polar Express. So, you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to let in the comments what you guys think of the Polar Express review. See in the comments below what you think of it. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe. It will come in the future. And Merry Christmas.